Truck accidents can be some of the most deadly accidents because you're dealing with a very large vehicle, which sometimes weighs 20 tons or more, and it's very often traveling at freeway speeds. I have represented over 100 injured people who are injured in truck accidents in just the last 10 years. Hello, I'm Eli Castronova. I represent people injured in truck accidents in Southern California. The most important thing to do when a client comes to your office and either they or one of their loved ones is injured in a truck accident is to investigate. You want to get the traffic collision report. You want to go to the scene of the accident, have investigators look at it as soon as possible. And you want to get accident reconstructionists involved if possible. The good thing about dealing in truck accidents, especially large commercial trucks, is that they have large insurance policies. There is generally $1 million or more insurance on the cab of the truck, and often insurance on the trailer portion of the truck, which can be used to cover injuries that result in the accident, including death. Also, if you're dealing with a large commercial company, such as a supermarket or one of these other kinds of entities, they have $20 million policies or more. So in my experience, once we have a client come in our office, we get that traffic accident report from the CHP or the local police as soon as possible. We send an investigator who knows how to investigate these types of accidents to the scene, and we talk to any witnesses we can. We want to find out if we can establish fault right away against the truck driver. We want to see if there is any sort of malfunction with the braking system of the truck. We want to find out if the driver has been on the road for a long time, because state law limits how long a driver can be behind the wheel before he has to take a break of a certain number of hours. We want to make sure that we don't miss another entity that may be responsible, such as Caltrans or the state of California or the city of Los Angeles, that maybe the particular part of the roadway contributed to the accident. I have represented, as I said, many death cases involving trucks. I'm going to talk about it, just two of them here, and show you what we did to establish that the other party was at fault, and also to get the maximum recovery for our clients. Because ultimately, the chief thing that we want to do is try to make the client whole, or his family whole, as best as we can. I have one case in which we made a claim against Caltrans, and we ultimately sued them. There was a large tractor trailer that was owned by the state of California that was approaching a T intersection, and the driver dropped a CD. He was trying to listen to some music. He dropped a CD, bent over to grab it. By the time he looked up, he was within 100 feet of the T intersection going about 50 miles an hour. There's no way you can stop a multi-ton truck at that speed. And he ran right through a stop sign, hit my client's vehicle, killed two occupants of the vehicle, fractured a baby's femur, hip bone, and caused brain damage to a mother who was involved in the accident. Well, what you have to know about dealing with public entities such as the state of California, city of Los Angeles, something of that nature, they make you prove your case. They generally deny cases right off, even if they're clear cases. So you have to fight. You have to establish fault. You have to establish injuries. So what we did is we got an accident reconstructionist in there, proved that the driver was going too fast for the conditions as he was approaching a T intersection, which terminated in his direction, and also that he had been on the road too long. we ended up taking at least a dozen depositions in that case. We sent the clients that survived, we sent them to the great doctors, neurosurgeons, neurologists, neuropsychologists to establish the mother's brain injury, and also orthopedic surgeons to establish the impairment of the child, even though he recovered quite well. When you have a child that age that has a broken thigh, there's always problems that result later in life. So we were able to do all that. Finally, the state of California came to the table, and we were able to settle the case for over $6 million. That's one case. We have another case, entirely different case, in which a driver was driving on the freeway, and it was early in the morning, and he was daydreaming. His mind was wandering somewhere. All of a sudden, traffic stopped. Again, he was in a large tractor trailer. He tried to slam on his brakes, but he was within 50 feet of a line of cars. He ran right over the car in front of him, killed that person. Then he continued on about another 200, 300 feet and hit the car in which our client was driving. A little baby got a skull fracture. The mother got some brain injuries. So that's a very, very large case as well. We're working on that right now. We're litigating the case. In that case, the problem is that there are many cars involved. There's the death case, and also there's the cases we represent on my client, as well as other people that have made claims in that case. So there's at least $1 million coverage. That's not enough for this kind of injury. So we're doing everything we can to discover more coverage, and we won't give up until we do that because the injuries are so severe. That's what you have to do when you're a truck accident attorney. You have to, number one, do your investigation. Number two, send your clients to the right doctors so they'll get the best treatment and the best recovery possible. We have accident investigators that we've dealt with for many years, and we know that they're the best in California, if not in the United States, and that they will find every certain evidence that they can find to determine that the other party's at fault. They will find every potential defendant out there that we can claim against. And then we have doctors that are trained at Stanford and University of Chicago, Harvard, universities like that, that will give the client the best treatment and give them the best chance to recover physically and mentally. So when you are involved in an accident involving whether it's a small truck, one of these small F-150s, or a large semi, you need to see an attorney who is well versed in handling these kinds of cases. We've done it for many years. We've settled hundreds of these cases. We've litigated dozens of these cases, and we always end up giving our clients the best recovery possible.
Hi there. I am an AI avatar reading a real Google review by Amina Bolem. Eli J. Castronova is an excellent wrongful death lawyer. He is very professional and dedicated to his clients. He has a great success rate and is very knowledgeable about the law. Thanks for your review, Amina Bolem. It's appreciated.
Hi there. I am an AI avatar reading a real Google review by Lance Suarez. Elia and his team are knowledgeable and experienced, and they're also very friendly and easy to work with.
Hi there. I am an AI avatar reading a real Google review by Lionel Coleman. Mr. Castronova was nothing less than a blessing. Going to court in pain is stressful beyond belief. But not only did he ensure I was comfortable, he did everything in his power to fight for my case. Best attorney around. Hands down. Thanks for your review, Lionel Coleman. It's appreciated.